and welcome to Mystic Dude Borderlands 3 video. So today I'm going to be showing you the build I've sort of settled on with Amara. I've got about 180 hours now in game. I've done quite a bit of farming on her. I've tried lots of different builds that are all over YouTube. Some good content creators out there, people like Moxie. I'd definitely check out his builds that he's got on. And the community, the Borderlands 3 community on Discord is worth checking into. There's lots of good thoughts going out there. So one of the things I have found is that there's no really set build to go for. You basically with this game, and the good thing about it is go for what suits you, what feels right, and for your play style. So for example, on this build I've got a pistol, the L-Shock. Now there is better ones. So for example, the free radical, I've got a decent free radical somewhere in my bag. That does 108k, unless I've deleted it again. The light show is a decent one, but I'll just show you when I fire the hell shot. Just, I know it sounds daft the way when I say the way it feels, but it's the sound, it's the impression it gives you. And if I put the free radical on, the light show on, it just sounds tinny. I don't like the way it. So yeah, so basically, guys, go for what sounds right for your play style. You know, are you aggressive? Are you very reserved? Are you sort of in between? You know, so find your own way. But anyway, this is the build I've gone for. So at the moment, I'm using a dangerous L-Shock as my pistol. I've just shown you. I've got the plasma coil. I was lucky to get that from the diamond room. It's really strong. So if you can get your hands on one of them, you know, try and get one. If you're struggling, then the Borderlands 3 Discord is the place to be. If you're really struggling for an item, just jump in there and ask, and somebody will trade it you probably for free. You know. I've also got the flipper on there. The only reason I've got the flipper on as a second SMG is down to the elements. I'll come to that in a minute. And I've got the Rowan's Call on, so they're pretty all strong. Like I say, I have an 108k radical somewhere. I was farming one to try and get a max roll, but I just couldn't get one. And I ended up with too many weapons with shock on. As you can see, them three have got shock on. So I took it off just so that even though my house shocks got shock on it, it's also got fire. So just coming to elements, what I tend to do is, I know some players they might have just two types of weapons, so they might have two SMGs or two pistols. Yeah, but I've just got one of each. I tend to run one of each, and I tend to try and mix the elements up, so I've got an element for each circumstance. You know, does the boss have a shield on? You know, does he have armor on? You know, stuff like that. So then what I'm running, and I've got a couple of backup weapons that I carry. So I've got a shotgun. The reason there's stronger shotguns. I just like this one. It's not the strongest, but it's a melee one, which fits into me build, which I'll show you in a minute. And again, it's got radiation. It's got corruption as well. So it just gives me an alternative. I've got a Sandork. I've been trying to find one of them at max roll. This is the highest one I've got at 34k, and it dropped with cryo. So I'd like to replace that with a different element. So I'll be farming that, and then I carry a spare shield. So my shields at the moment, I'm using the Super Soldier. The Super Soldier you get from this here, the Vault card. So you'll need to get 10 keys to get a decent one. The first one you get's not anointed, and then you need to use another 5 keys to get an anointed one. So I'm running that just because I like it. I'm carrying as a backup the Revolter. Now I've got a good rolled one here. The attributes on it not brilliant, so I will be trying to replace that. But what you want on the Revolter is, well, I'm saying what you want. What I wanted, you might find different, is on action skill start. So basically, when I use my action skill, it activates any effects that trigger on shield break or fill. So with the Revolter, it activates a special ability, which is I think 200% shot damage. Feel free to correct me on them values in comments. And as you can see, if I'm running my plasma coils got shock, so it's quite strong. And then I'm running the pearl. The only reason I'm running the pearl at the moment is because I've only just recently got it, and I thought I'd try it. It seems quite strong. Grenade, it doesn't really matter so much, so I just stick a grenade on. That sort of gives me a bit of health. Now I was lucky enough on this one to get 2 generators, which gives me 60% shield. 1 generator, 30%, as you know. So I just put that on. It gives me a bit of defense, and also as well, I've got on grenade thrown, which increases all my damage by 25% for 6 seconds. So it gives me a bit of a DPS increase, and it gives me a bit of a heal. So, but I won't, be too much bothered about the grenades. Just get one with a decent anointed on that is good enough for your build. Either on skill start, on phase cast, or whatever. But don't sweat it too much with grenades. On my class mod, I'm running Berserker. Now this was very, very difficult to get. I've got a decent one here. As you can see, I've got weapon damage, melee one, weapon damage, and SMG. I've only just got that. I was running one with just SMG on. I couldn't get anything with melee one, but I've only just got that. But yeah, Berserker works really well with the Revolter and the Soldier. So then what I'm running. The build is this. I'm not going to go through every single skill and explain it, but I'll just bring them up and show what I've got at the moment. So why it's not showing me shock in the third action skill over there? I don't know. It tends to do this. It's not showing the icon, but I've basically got that on default, so it's got shock. And the only reason I've got that one in there is that obviously it gives me a bit of damage back, but all the others increase my cooldown time, and I've got ties that bind. So if we just go into them others, I'll just show you. So if I was to put that stillness of mind in, it's not bad, it's not brilliant, but it increases my cooldown by 15% and reduces my damage. That one again, it reduces my damage. It's quite fun to play that one though, the other way. I haven't got this one activated, but again it reduces damage, although it does provide a bit of extra damage as well. That one, as far as I know, is still broken. So I've got that in just because it doesn't have a cooldown cost on it, and the others are activated if I want to change my elemental. So that's my skill trees, guys. I'll just leave them on screen for a second. There's not really a lot to explain on it. The reason I've not gone for fast hands is that I don't tend to have a problem with reload speeds on this build. If I was running the shotgun, that seems to be the meta, I would probably, take some points out from somewhere else and not have that on. I do have a couple of max roll shotguns. What are they called? Hell Walkers. I've got a couple of them, but it's just not my playstyle. And yeah, anime I don't like. I don't like that at all. That's no good. I don't like anything melee on Amara. I know she's a melee class, but I tend not to play her as a melee. And that's where I am. And that's where I am with my Guardian rank, currently at 226. So I tend to play everything on my M10 or 11. And we'll just jump in somewhere now, and I'll show you how the build works. So I'll be right back while I do a bit of fast travelling. Right, so here we are back on the map. I'm just in Krieg's Mind. Just recently started this area. Not cleared it yet. Got a few enemies up ahead, so as you can see they've only got red elf boys. Normally I'd swap to fire for that, but I'm just going to show you how strong the build can be if I just with this stupid plasma coil. It's really overpowered. So I've got Phase Grasp on.
Silence. I hope I am brimming.
Trying not to kill them too quick, as you can see.
Got a target for you. Would you even stronger together? Usually.
To jump up there to get him. So as you can see, this build's pretty much melting most of the mobs, and I'm on a my M11. So it doesn't really affect you for farming if you build strong enough.
Crystals to crack.
That's the hardest thing in this game, getting bloody iridium. So some more enemies here. I'll switch it on to fire as they've got red bars, and we'll see.
So much power. You enjoying the show?
Absolutely wrecking them. Oh, where are you? Not really having to use my skill at the moment. Yeah, so a couple of strengths on this build to note is I can use my ability twice, and you need to get that's quite strong. Indiscriminate. Let me just find where it is. That's the one, Remnant. That's really, really strong. Now you can run that with just 1 point. It won't make much difference for farming mobs. And for the boss, it's not going to make. For bosses, it's not going to make much difference because you're really not getting the effect from it. So, but it is really strong. So I would suggest you take that. Again, you can just have 1 point in it, same as a couple of others. Duheim, really strong. So I would suggest, personally, I like them three maxed out on this build. And then also as well, you don't need this, but it does help. So you get your rush stacks, an extra 10 stacks. So if you watch now at the bottom,
In the
so you can
palm of
see where it
my
says plus
hand.
times 25 starts counting down.
Take them out.
But now if we go back into, you can see that when I was using that, my do arm stacks were up at 99, and my violent tapestry was up at 99. I've only got 2 points in that. We'll come back, as you can see at the bottom, the other two abilities which are counting down now, they're at 98. And if I use my ability again, it puts the counter back. And I can start topping up. So if you just go into a fight, you can have them maxed out, ready. You can basically fake grasp or fake cast, depending which one you're using.
Vault Hunter, while I am confident I can perform a successful Kriegectomy on his sane personality, I fear the
So yeah, we'll just stop it there for now. Then you're not having to watch short role playing. But that's where I am with my Amara build. Feel free to hit me up in comments. Let me know how you're doing with your builds, how you prefer to play yours. There is lots of ways of playing it. I'm probably going to do a phase cast build next, just for its sake of it. I would like to do another character, a gunner, but I just can't be bothered doing story again. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you my Amara build. Borderlands 3, lot of fun. So check it out, guys, and let me know how you're doing with your builds. But for now, Mystic Dude out.